Where are you finding your fish, Corey? So I get fish all over the place, but I also want to show you guys where I'm buying stuff. What's new? What's cool? That's pretty good value, honestly, in my opinion. Dan's Fish is the aquarium co-op of live fish. Hey everybody, it's Corey from Aquariumcoop.com and our retail store in Edmonds, Washington, and the 150 plus retail partner stores we've got across the United States. Today I want to talk about where are you finding your fish, Corey? You got some stuff I'm looking for. You kind of say places here and there, but I want to just lay it out for you. So over the years, I've bought fish from Aquabid, which is like the eBay of fish. Aquahuna, who we still buy from weekly at the retail store. I bought from the Cycle Exchange, which is the wholesale version of the wetspot.com. Selectaquatics.com, which is Greg Sage. I get shrimp from bipetshrimp.com. That's Eric Lucas. A lot of times it's people I've met in person, I've been working with for a long time, and they have a long relationship with the industry, right? Now, I've been buying a lot of my fish in the last 6 months from dansfish.com. Full disclosure, we get paid. Meaning if you use the code Aquariumcoop, that's Aquariumcoop, you get 5% off and we get paid. So get that out of the way. Let the haters go, he's making money off doing things. Yes, totally, we are doing that. Now, I buy the most obscure random fish on the planet, and Dan just happens to keep bringing those in. And so when I see stuff in Germany, and then I see, wow, they've showed up in America, at danfish.com. Now, it's not always the case, but I thought I would take you through a little shopping trip and just prove to you, he is keeping that stuff. That is in his fish room. And there's plenty of places to buy online. And I don't want to tell you where you can't buy from or anything like that. I've bought from tons of places. And for me, what's important to me is, one, quality of fish, ease of hassle, and that's price too. Like that, I have to factor that in, right? If it's $1 million, I'm gonna afford it. Dan's Fish, I believe, is the higher level of price, but they do so well in fish health and ease factor that I think it's worth it. And as I tell my internal teams of people, I think Dan's Fish is the aquarium co-op of live fish, meaning they're striving for excellence. They do charge more, but there's less hassle, and they're bringing in more exotic stuff, and I think they're delivering a better product. Now, I'm not sure that he's where we are in year 11, but I look at it and I go, a lot of stuff they're doing is very Aquarium Co-op-esque as we grew. They get better and better over time, reinvest in infrastructure. He's built that building from the ground up to house fish, which I think is amazing. I'm hoping to go out and do a tour soon. But I just want to take you for a little spin on the website here. Let me get that lined up. I believe he has a family member building his whole website, so it's all custom. So on some things, I'm like, oof, that is brutal. We need to get that better. On other things, I go, that's great that you have a custom-built system and you're beholden to nobody. You can do what you want. So, customer success is their number one goal. And what you can see here is their rating, this 98.89%. This is a metric that if you watch Dan's Fish on YouTube and his live streams every Wednesday, you will know that this is the amount of fish that arrive alive to customers. So 98.89% is out of all the thousands and thousands and thousands of fish they ship, that's how many are arriving alive. And he's got a big goal to get this year to 99%. Like he's not, most people be like, 98.89, good enough. His goal is to get to 100%. Like you can never get to 100, but you can still keep chipping away at can we get to 99.7%? Right? And so you can read through all the feedback, and there's, I do know I'm an online business as well, and some feedback is just pretty unfair. You don't give discounts for XYZ, or you don't do this, or you don't do that. And there's legitimate feedback too, both good and bad. So, you can read through reviews and do all that. For me, mostly this is just me being my review, I guess, from my dealings with them and everything, which, again, we do get paid when you buy fish if you use that code. So I want to be full, assume that I'm a big liar, right? Like, I'm only doing it for the money. Or I keep all these fish because I like them. One of those two things is true. So you can browse by category, and this is the part of the website I don't like. I just, not so much. I like to go right here to the newest listings. I find this, I check this every day. Like that's for months now, every day. What's new? It only updates a few times a week, but I just like shopping and looking through, and you can go, oh, read about this Northobronchius rackovi killifish here. We keep scrolling down. We see lots of different apistos. If I had softer water, I'd be playing with them for sure. Now, the prices are very expensive on some of this stuff. Like, here's Apistogramma benchii Inca, right? $99.99 for a pair of those. That being said, with this website, when you ask for a pair, you get a pair. A lot of websites, a pair means two, and they're not going to leave you hanging dry when you actually get, and it becomes two males. Secret males are a thing in apistos. Albino haplocats. But I want to get you to the fish that I'm actually buying. See, this is a fish right here I was tempted to buy last week. Pseudolabicrobus ruha, which is, if you ever heard of Victoray multicolor or multicolor, same species, or Nicholasi, very colorful West African cichlid. Mouth brooder, too. I bought these white wizard snails. I got those I'm hoping to breed. I've got the fancy high fins platies in my collection. You guys have seen those. Ooh, betta falx. I've never seen that fish before. They only got one, though. I don't know who's buying one. They got one left. Let's see here. I don't have any of the red-tailed Dumbo platies, but I keep going. Maybe I should add those to an order. Let's see. I do have the Tiger Teddy Livebearer there on the right. Very small fish. Dean and I both are thinking about buying red lizard tails to breed. We love that as a nano fish. It only gets like 3 inches, and they're so cool. Now when you click in, you can see pictures, and now I asked him, and he's been doing this more. You'll see a lot of times some video. So let's go to something maybe I've bought here, and let's see, they put a video. Yeah. So my thing was, a lot of people, myself included, you see a picture, you're like, is that just the best one though? Or is that just a Photoshop picture or a stock picture? And I go, video speaks 1,000 words. And I know you shoot video because you release them on your channel. And so if we click that play button there, this is the actual tank you're buying out of, right? Now this fish is probably 2 months ago or something, but I feel you get a real good quality of like, okay, I'm going to get a pair or a trio out of this, and not just one stock photo type of deal. And so I definitely been bamboozling that on Aquabid before, where you're getting tiny fry, or just like, this does not look like what I was trying to buy. And so more and more of them are getting the video, and I think that's going to be really helpful for him selling fish, and then for us buying them. Like, that's the good news, is because I've built a good relationship, or I think a fairly good relationship with Dan, he's using some of the suggestions, and me as the customer, as the buyer, going, I really just... Because there was a couple of times, like the saffron mollies and stuff, I didn't buy them. And then he put out a video that week, and it came out, and I was like, I would have bought those. And so I actually emailed him, like, hey, when are those going for sale? And so now he's doing that more and more, and I think it's just a good practice. Like, I have these gold sailfin mollies, and, you see that picture, but then you look and you go, wow, that's just actually a big group of healthy of these guys. And you can also go, okay, they're in a sparse tank. It's got a little bit of sand, the snails. They've got this, it's a very, I call it like a wholesale setup where the plate and the pipe, it just allows some cover if you had a pregnant female, or if they switch to a different fish in there. Very easy to clean around it and that kind of stuff. So some other stuff I'll point out is this shipping, what do I want to call it, matrix. The shipping scales well, but not intuitively. So a small UPS next day box fits 2 groups, so you can get 2 pairs, right, for $40. Now you could get 20 pairs for $70, and it's just shipping is terrible. The more you buy kind of in one box, the more efficient it gets, right? What hung me up is when you add these to cart, not all fish are the same size. So the bag that the fish are shipped in is not always the same size. So a pair of these and a pair of something else might put you into like, well, why does that fit into a large instead of a medium, instead of a small? And it's like, well, different fish are different sizes. So just know that each one is different. Like if we go to these, this lapis tetra, right? And we scroll down, 10 of those fit in a box for $39.99. Now each fish that Dan's Fish sends out is one fish, one bag, one label, tells you what it is. That's how he gets these near perfect ratios in shipping live fish. So here's those mollies that I saw, and when I saw them in the video, he hasn't put the video here, but so great example. I was wondering, is it more like this orange, or is it, you know, like these ones, or is it more yellowy? When you see it in the video, that speaks 1,000 words. You know exactly what you're getting. This is just two different lighting / camera exposures. And again, so these guys must be smaller, but you can get 10 of them to fit in the box, just like the tetras, where those big sailfin mollies, to get that sailfin, you only get 4 fish that'll fit in there. So yeah, I got the Limia perugiae. You can see here they're only $8.99, and they've only got 2 left though. You know, I bought 6 of them, I think. Again, 10 of those fit here, or 80 of them for $70. So we see a lot of people, myself included, like, well, I should buy some more because shipping gets so much more efficient. And there is stuff that's stupid expensive, crazy rare. There's also very common stuff. I bought balloon mollies on here because I couldn't find them. Couldn't find them at Petco, PetSmart. I wasn't seeing them on my local list. I actually ordered them, and I love those little guys. Look at these guys. I've never kept them, but this type of Hillstream loach right there, $149.99. It's this kind of stuff from, I'm not buying those yet, but I'm interested to see who does, and can I get them to breed and all that. You got rainbow fish for $12. Look at these. This is a trio of Hamburg hyphen swordtails, $269.99. Now, I'm not necessarily a swordtail connoisseur, but for the swordtail nerd out there, they're going, wow, is that actually brought in from Germany? And let's see if there's any more pictures. You know, if you're looking for a real nice line, it looks to be a nice line. I'm just not into that fish. But, you know, people might be geeking out about this red devil angelfish over here. Again, I'm not. That's not what I'm ordering, but I can see how it's cool. And let's see here. For some reason, I want a molly kick, something fierce. I keep almost thinking about buying these Pusilla gillii and then the Liberty mollies. I'm like, they're so close to each other. Is there any videos of each? This helps me sell me sometimes. Yeah, so I see that, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. If I had that aquarium, I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't know if that's what I'm into. Maybe a pond outside. So the video helps me. Whereas this just a good picture. Yeah, you can see there's a little bit of flash used here. So some more tricks. There's multiple pages, right? You can go down to the next and just keep looking. And I find the newest stuff, they sneak it in. They don't have pictures yet. So normally I got to go to like page 4-ish. Here's longfin neon tetras, by the way. Pretty neat. So I go to page like 4-ish. And I like looking at all these because I fall in love with stuff that I wasn't, you know, like, oh, I'm a library guy. But sometimes I'm like, ooh, these blue flame paradise fish are kind of sweet, actually. Or different gobies and that kind of stuff. I just like to see what's new because there's fish that arrive on this website I've never seen before. And that's one of the reasons I like supporting Dan. He will spend crazy money. We're like, who's going to buy a $150 loach? I only got to bring 10 of them and someone wants them. And so there's fish like that where I'm like, ooh. You know, the fact that you can get $3.97 candy cane or candy stripe plecos for $60, that's pretty good value, honestly, in my opinion. Let's see here. Oh yeah, I was going down to show you guys page 4, usually. Let's go to page 4, see if we run into... Okay, so it's going to be page 3 because we're already into the wish list. You can add anything to a wish list to let you know when it's back in stock. We go to page 3. Yep, right here. So we kind of come to the end. Look at this swordtails, cauliflower swordtail. $50 each, but that's a great looking fish. So we, he's got some trophies here. And we finally get to, we're missing pastel comet swordtail pair. You might get to see those in a video before they get the pictures. But this is where the newest stuff hits the website. And I'm always shopping here going, well, what's a golden mono shrimp? Like, $60. Not for me. I'll wait till I see a picture, right? Gold ring danios, green neon tetras, European German blue rams. I wonder if those are better in any way. Black chin libears. See, I already know what that is, so I'm like, ooh, maybe. Or the red swamp guppy pair. The Picta guppies look really cool. They're also called the Ferrari guppy sometimes. Let's see, what's a shadow tooth carp? Oh, Xenophilus umbiliaris. Don't know that fish. Coral tiger platies. So all of this stuff is newer to the website. Need to get pictures. And if you know what you're... So I bought these balloon mollies. I don't have a picture yet. I bought them, and they're awesome. I love them. Just a sort of balloon mollies. They're $7.99 each. A little bit more than I'd buy at like a Petco, PetSmart. They came in super healthy. And I added them on to other rare fish I was buying. So even though shipping was, oof, it is overnight shipping. They're packed really well. Each one got its own bag, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, so we run out of... Now we're actually to the out of stock list. And their team is great. It's Aquarium Co-op like in the fact that you can email them and ask them questions and go, hey, do you have enough females? Hey, my fish isn't doing so well. Can you find this fish? All of that. And they've got a great team. They're doing live streams every Wednesday. And that's why I've kind of partnered up with them, is they've got the fish that I want to buy. So I was going to buy from either way. People ask where I buy my fish. And here's where I'm buying a lot of my personal collection fish. And to be fair, yesterday I brought home clown loaches from my store, right? And like a month ago, I bought fish from one of our retail partner stores. I bought guppies and blueberry snails. So I get fish all over the place. But people always say, oh, well, that must be nice. I can't order from them. And that's where it's like, yeah, it is nice. I do love that I can go and buy stuff, but I also want to show you guys where I'm buying stuff. They also ship to Canada, by the way. So that's a perk if you're living in Canada. And I'm like 7 shipments into them probably. And so far I've never had a fish arrive DOA. I think I've lost 1 fish in the first week. So I've had great experience with them. And let me see if there's, look at the cart. Yeah, my cart is clear. The thing I had in the cart that I was going to buy sold out. So yeah, I mean, it's a sales pitch video, but some of the videos I make have to be that way. How do you talk about a place like Dan's Fish, or where should you buy fish? You should buy them locally first. If you got them local, buy them local for sure, right? Local hobbyists, local stores, all that. The shorter the trip your fish can make, the better. That's always the case. But when you're in a place where you can't get to it, or maybe you're homebound, or maybe they don't have the fish you're looking for, or maybe you just want to browse fish and go, what's new? What's cool? That's what I do. You know, I'm like, all right, I'm taking a break from work. I just click on that newest listings and I start scrolling going, what do I think about that? I don't know. I guess it's pretty cool. And then everyone's trying, I love that thing, right? And that's what I do. And so, yes, sales pitch video. Do we work with them? Yes. Are there other websites like this? Not that I've found so far. There are, I'm sure, but not that I've experienced, because it takes a lot of work to get to the point where I can recommend it. I learned early in my career, if I just tell people where I buy stuff and they get bad interactions, then they go, Aquarium Co-op is bad. So I'm very careful with who I recommend, because I don't want us to look bad. And so usually it makes sense for me to like, well, let's work together. Oh, it would be good. I send people your way. And they're also an affiliate for us, by the way. So if you click on their links, they will get paid when you purchase from them. It's a working relationship. We are both doing the best we can by both people's customers. And that's, I think, what the video viewer wants. You guys want us trying as hard as we can to make you happy. You get the best fish, you get the best products, you get the best plants. You're getting the best hobby. And so, you know, I'm highlighting this today. Maybe I'll highlight another one next week, next year when I find them. You know, like if you're in Germany, I have visited, and I do like Garnelio.de. Chris Lukup is checking all the species on the invertebrates and all that kind of stuff, and they've got a great team there. I haven't ordered from, so I can't speak from that, but I've been in the facility and it's nice. So, you know, I can speak to that, but I don't know the rest of the world. So I can only speak to what I've experienced and what I would recommend. And just because I recommend you should eat tacos doesn't mean you like tacos or you'll have a good experience at this taco place. So thanks for hanging out with me. Sorry if it's a sales pitch video for you. If it's a new source for you, hey, you're welcome. I hope you get what you want. Watch the whole year, find, you know, cool fish. And if you're a big breeder, he buys big batches too. You gotta, you know, talk about pricing and how you get them there and all of that and the quality and that kind of stuff too. But from what I could tell, Dan's a stand-up guy. Been great doing business with him. I'll continue to buy fish from him as a hobbyist, and I hope to go out and visit him sometime this year and really, you know, get under the tanks and look at them. And you can see all the videos I'm building the place, but a nerd like me, I really want to ask some questions and really get in there. So I'm hoping to do that for you guys at some point. We'll see you around. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.